Good morning, everyone. Look where I'm at. I'm in the garden today, at least till the sun hits this area. I'm going to try and work on some gardening issues that we're dealing with, and we're talking about going and getting another load of our compost because we have 2 of these garden beds to fill. I have another box I want to set here, so I want to move all this into this garden box and put another grow box right here, so there'll be a second garden right here. And then I still have some on the outside of the fence. And let me show you really quick, because this is not what I'm trying to show you all today, but let me show you. We're moving water. We're bringing a load in to fill this. I got some perlite to top it off. This is going to be the carrot bed again. We're going to try it again. Got to keep trying, guys. But look at this. This is a wild grape I'm going to have to do something about. But right now it's starting to shade the peppers, and that's good for the peppers because we're in really hot temperatures right now. And look at all these. Look at them all. This just took off. Absolutely took off. Now you see some of the runners. I'm going to put some of those up, and they're going to help shade out the garden from the afternoon heat. I don't know how this will handle the heat, but we're going to see how it does. This is my other cucumber. It's starting to climb. This one's starting to go. And look at these. This is a wildflower here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Look, there's one in the sun. I don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous. And this is something else we did. We had 80 foot of net fencing left after we put the girls' pasture together. And we let the chickens out. They're working the compost pile for us, and we have several compost piles. So we're going to let them enjoy that. The guineas are upset because they want to be in here with the rooster, but as soon as you let them in, they try and fight the rooster, so we can't do that. So this is a hot electric fence, but as you can see, it's doing a fantastic job. We lost Duchess the rabbit, and we think it's from the heat, and we lost a hen, which could have been old age, and we dispatched her because she was just laying around. She was so weak, she was really not up and walking, she wasn't eating, and it could have just been old age. So we dispatched her, and we're just dealing with the average everyday farm issues. Oh, goodness. I am milking goats every morning, 3 goats right now. And on average, half gallon of milk a day, which is a lot for 2 people. So I'm making cheese. All right, let's get back on task here. I know, squirrel. That's me. All right, because of what's going on with food shortage in our country right now, and yes, it is real, guys. And why is that happening is because of all the flooding and natural disasters. And basically the flooding is flooding farmers' fields. They weren't even able to put crops in at all this year. And you got livestock that died. It's going to be a big issue come winter here. So, what are we doing about it? Well, we have our Thrive Life freeze-dried foods that we have a monthly subscription that comes in. And what I did, instead of bringing meat in, I changed it over to more things like vegetables. So I'm going to bring in more vegetables while it's available, because at some point it will not be available. Even companies that freeze dry your food is going to sell out, and I think they're going to sell out super fast, guys. So I'm getting my orders in now. The other thing is, because I struggle to start seeds, I'm trying something new. I got a seed starting mix, but when I open the bag, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like it's just peat moss. There's nothing there. It's light, it's fluffy, it might have a little sand in it, but it looks like peat moss. So what I've done is I added some perlite, and I added some of my compost. You see my compost? But let's see how rough this is. I just pulled this from this pile right here to show you how rough it is. This is not good seed starting material. So what I did is I sifted some with that over the wheelbarrow, and I added that compost to this mix with the perlite. And as you can see, now it's not brown, it's actually black and brown mix. See those colors in there? And you can see the perlite in there. I might even add more perlite, but I think we got plenty of compost. And the reason I added the compost is because this is great for getting the seeds started, but once they start, they need something to feed on. That's where the compost comes in. If there is no compost in that mix, your seeds cannot stay in that very long at all. And right now, it's all about being successful with starting plants that will grow us food. And this here, which is the perlite, it improves drainage and aeration in potting mixes. But it also is going into the carrot bed because it keeps the soil from compacting. You want your soil to grow carrots as loose as possible, and you want it at least 6 inches deep that's loose. So basically what that means, you need to have this perlite mixed into the top 6 inches of your carrot bed. And the other hint to carrots, and I've learned this over the years the hard way, is carrots need moisture to sprout. So if you put carrot seeds in a dry bed and it don't rain for a week, you might as well kiss those seeds goodbye. What you need to do is, what I like to do is wet my garden bed, sprinkle my seeds over the top, and I don't even bury them. I just lightly disturb the soil and then let the rain take care of the rest. And here we get rain pretty consistently. Even right now in the heat of July, we still get rain. So, and my goal today is to get some broccoli going. I got all kinds of broccoli here. So we're going to be doing all kinds of broccoli. All right, I'll be right back. I wanted to show you guys what we're getting ready to do here at the homestead. And as you can see, I got a lot of seeds. At this point, with things that are happening across the country, with the food shortage, we are going to take our gardening to the next level. And as you can see, we're going to be planting a bukus of green beans. Green beans is a great staple to have, and it can be canned very easily. Carrots, if they do better than my last batch, carrots will be another great staple that will can very easily. We are also planning on planting as much cabbage as we can get, because cabbage can be converted into sauerkraut and it can be canned as well. We have our brassicas, which are the broccoli, the cauliflower. We are planning to get those in. We are planting our greens. So our greens are, oops, don't need to do that. There we go. We have our kale, Swiss chard, mustard greens, bok choy. We also have some sugar snap peas, some Brussels sprouts. We're going to plant some more zucchini. We're literally going to jam pack our garden. We're going to get some more tomatoes going. We're going to try the San Marzano tomatoes and a few other types of tomatoes. And the reason we're doing this, and of course I've got to have, ooh, I don't even know if you can see any of that. There we go. We're collards. Some of these are MI Gardeners. Some of these are Dollar Trees. Some of these are Seeds of Change. Let's see. There's some Fury Morse seeds. More MI Gardener. These are Fury Morse. I thought I had some Baker Creek in here, but I'm not seeing them, so I may have already planted those. But as you can see, there is a ton of seeds like this. And right now, Dollar Tree is doing 10 for $1 if you can find vegetable seeds. I got some kale, and I got a bunch of carrots, some radishes, but that's pretty much all I was able to get with their clearance sale. But we're going to the next level gardening, because we have a ton of food put back, guys, but I don't know that we have enough vegetables. So if we can have a fresh vegetable versus a canned vegetable, I'd rather go that route. But we will be canning as much as we possibly can, because when a food shortage hits, it not only affects the first season, which is this summer. By the end of this summer, food shortage is going to be a real issue here in this country. And most of it's going to be crops. Some of it will be meat. And if you have even a small garden, try to double it if you can. And plant things that you can put back, because winter's coming. And if the crops aren't there during the summer, they sure will not be there for this winter, which means our food shortage could go all the way through till next summer. That's a year, guys. And if something happens like more flooding, who knows what could happen. That food shortage could go to a second year. So it's time to put our big girl panties on. It's time to get out there and get some gardening done. Okay, what I just did, and I have a whole bucket of this mix, just so you know, the potting soil. What I did is I just filled 6 trays that are 6-packs. And my plan is to put 2 seeds per pack, because as soon as they get a couple inches tall, they're going to go into the garden. So I'm not too worried about crowding. And if you don't have something like this, then if you buy mushrooms, look at the height. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. All you need to do, this would be great for starting lettuce, just about any kind of green. You just need to put some holes in the bottom for drainage. And once you have those holes in, you can plant, probably 12, 19, 12, 16, 18 seeds in here. So this little tray could give you 18 plants. Now let's talk about something here. Okay, we're planning on feeding just Jim and I. If we eat broccoli once a week, we need at least 1 plant to produce a head of broccoli per week. Now, to guarantee we get that 1 head, we need to plant 2 plants in case one fails. So, 4 weeks in a month. You're here in Picasso. I separated him from the girls, and that's a whole nother video. So for 4 weeks, you need to plant 8 broccoli plants. That's only going to get you fed for a month. And if you have a bigger family, you're probably going to need to have more than 1 head of cabbage. I'm sorry, one head of broccoli. Now, why am I only talking 1 head a week? Because we're going to have green beans. We're going to have carrots, we're going to have cabbage, we're going to have cauliflower, we're going to have beets, peas, collards, so zucchini. So you have to kind of plan out a little bit in your mind, how many heads of broccoli do you need in a month? And then you have to plan to do what's called succession planting. So I will plant 8 for 1 month, wait 2 weeks, and plant another 8, so that when these come in, I have another set coming in right after it within a month. Oh, Picasso. So that's kind of what my thinking is. If you all have any ideas on that, please feel free. Now, it's hot, guys. I'm dying out here. It's hot. And it's morning yet. Feel free to share any ideas you have on succession planting. And unfortunately, I do not have a freezer, so I cannot freeze things like broccoli and cauliflower. And for regular eating, broccoli does not can well. Cauliflower can if you're pickling it. But you have to be careful how you follow that process. And then it's only pickled. So if you wanted it for like cauliflower rice, or you wanted just cauliflower with butter and salt and pepper, you would not be able to do that once it was pickled in the cans. So that's kind of what I'm doing today, what I'm working on. I'm going to start with broccoli because broccoli is actually not difficult to get going. So I'm going to try some broccoli. I'm going to try a couple different types. So I have the Desico and I have the Italian, it's called Calabrese, Italian green sprouting. So I do have that. Non-GMO heirloom. And keep in mind, all the seeds you get from Walmart, Dollar Tree, they're all non-GMO. So for them to have that on there, it's kind of a waste of ink. There are no GMO seeds sold in packages like this to the general public. They are sold in bulk to farmers. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. I think that's it. Short of me planting these, and guys, I'm just going to plant these very shallow because it's a small seed. So you want to plant them shallow. Seeds that are bigger, like your seeds for your squash, you plant them, I think, 1 seed depth deep. So if your seed's as big as my fingernail, so you go down the soil that deep and you plant your seed down here. That's how you would do a bigger seed. And yes, I'm a mess, guys. I'm a mess. You have no idea. I slept with a braid in my hair last night. It's still there and it's all frizzy, all nasty, but I'm out here sweating, so it didn't pay to change anything. And I do have water here in this jug, which I'll be watering these trays before I plant them. The reason is I don't want the water to disturb the seeds once they're in there. And then I have a heat mat, which I'm going to be setting up in the house to actually warm the soil. You know what? I don't even know if I need to do that. I might just put some out here as a test. As long as we don't get torrential rain, it should not hurt my seeds to start them out here. Unless a critter got in them, which is always possible. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. And we're going to be doing more videos about the food shortage. And I will put a link in the description to the Thrive Life foods that I have coming in on a regular basis. Every month I get a shipment of Thrive Life. And you can get meats, vegetables, gravy mixes, a powdered spaghetti sauce mix. So much stuff. Spices. Spice mixes. I just ordered chives because I've never tried to grow chives. I've never had success with onions or garlic. So I ordered some dehydrated or freeze-dried chives because I'm making cheese and it would go great in the cheeses. So, hope you liked the video. And let me know, how are you guys feeling about this food shortage? Do you believe it's going on? Have you seen the signs in the grocery stores? We get out very seldom to the stores, but everybody in all the groups, I'm in several homesteading groups, off-grid groups, prepping groups, and they're all talking about the signage and the low inventory in the stores. Walmart seems to be one of the worst. And it doesn't just relate to food. You're talking bath soaps, medication, all that stuff. So this is why we prep, guys, because you never know what is going to be happening. You just don't know. So I hope you're all prepared. I hope you're not panicking or stressing over it. Be proactive. Get some seeds. Get some seed starting mix and get yourself a little garden. Take over your flower beds, whatever you have to do. Start growing foods you know you will eat. If you hate broccoli, don't grow it. If you love cabbage, grow a buttload of it and make sauerkraut if that's something you enjoy, because it's a great way of preserving it. Or plan to can it. You can can cabbage. If you like corn, put it in your backyard. Plant a nice big patch of non-GMO corn. And be prepared to either freeze it when it comes in or can it. Now, not everybody's going to have the time to grow some of this stuff. So find crops that will produce before your first frost. We here, where I'm in North Florida. Guys, I can grow, and as you saw last year, I grew lettuces on this garden right here, and I grew this collards all winter long. Because our frost only lasts a few minutes early in the morning, and then it's gone. So frost covers work really great for us, and we were able to continue to harvest off of our plants. Granted, it wasn't a big garden last year, but it was a test garden. This year, we are gonna jam-pack these gardens, and as soon as these gardens are full, we're going to be bringing as much compost in as we physically can, and we're going to keep building garden beds all the way out to the solar panels around the blue pool. And if I have to go out and around the solar panels, I'm going to do what I have to do to produce food. No, I'm not panicking. I'm just being very realistic. I'd rather have fresh produce on my dinner table than anything out of a can or even anything I've home canned. So I'm just being realistic. Let me know how you feel about all this. All right, guys. Good luck out there, and God bless.